Hi everyone. You're about to hear a short summary of the movie Charm City Kings. Enjoy the show. Stro loved riding his bike until he was killed at 17. Mouse, his little brother, just turned 14, and he dreams of being as cool as Stro. Instead of a motorcycle, he could only afford a four-wheeler. The roads are full of cops, he says. Let them try and catch me. You've got 5 minutes. If he doesn't show up, I'm taking you. Mouse was saved by Detective Rivers, but he's like a mentor, trying to keep him out of trouble. You could sit in the front, but that's the snitch seat. Rivers dropped the boy off in the hood, home. His angry mom was waiting. Mouse has to work after school and take care of his little sister. His friends told him, "Hey, there's a new girl on our street. Awesome. We gotta see her." He ditched his sister, and the little brat blackmailed him for cash. Not enough. Don't tell mom. They rolled up to Nikki's house. All three of them started hitting on her. "I'm Swervetigout, I'm an organ donor, and I could give you my heart." "Oh please, shut the hell up." Nikki snapped a photo of them. Then she got invited to a biker show, hosted by the Midnight Clique. Nikki's grandma spotted them and chased them off her lawn. "Give me that condom." "What are you gonna do with it?" "Put it on your head. Like a bandana." Swervetigout bought the condom to mess with Mouse's mom. Mouse helped deliver kittens today. He works at a vet clinic and loves animals. Mom knew the race was today. She strictly forbade Mouse to leave the house. "Shay, if he goes out, you tell me." "Yes, ma'am." Shay got the chance to make a little extra money, and Mouse slipped away. He hid the quad bike in the backyard. On the streets, bikers were popping wheelies. His friends mocked Mouse and his tiny ride. Mouse tried to prove he could do tricks too. Big mistake that he crashed almost instantly. And Nikki? She caught it on camera, didn't stop him from flirting with her, though. Then came the Midnight Clique, the top biker gang in the city. Among them, Blacks, the legendary rider, just out of prison. The party ended when cops showed up, but not for the clique. They pulled on their masks. Jamal, the boldest, smashed a cop car window with a brick. The chase was on. They raced through alleys, zigzagging through the hood. They almost crashed. The cops had to give up. Mouse dreamed of joining them. They don't take 7th graders. "I'm an 8th. Mouse talked his friends into checking out the gang. Queen laughed. "You guys need real bikes first." Jamal was chill. He told Mouse, "Show us what you got." But Mouse couldn't even start his quad. Everyone rode off, except Mouse, stuck alone with his junker. Then Black stepped out. He works at a garage and offered to help the kid fix it. Turns out, he knew Stro, Mouse's brother. He showed Mouse's bike collection. Under a tarp, just a pile of metal. It used to be a badass motorcycle. If you can fix it, it's yours. Mouse didn't have 8 grand for a new one anyway. He promised to bring his friends to the garage. All three started washing the parts. And Mouse noticed that Black's dog was walking strangely. Soon the friends got bored with it all, and only Mouse was left to work in the garage. The guy doesn't forget about his new girlfriend either. He gave Nikki a kitten in exchange for her phone number. But it turned out that Nikki's strict grandmother took her phone away from her. She drove her granddaughter back into the house. Saying goodbye, Nikki pecked the boy on the cheek. Jamal is up to no good. He asked Blacks to go get a package. But the man is trying to live honestly, so he refused. Mouse lies to his mother that he is constantly late at the veterinary clinic. From there, the boy brought Blacks some pills that would help cure his dog's legs. The man gave Mouse advice on how to choose friends wisely. His dead brother was bad at it. Mouse ran over his friends. They left him alone in the garage. However, you can understand the guy. They want to hang out on summer vacation, not sweat in a hot workshop. Moreover, it is much easier to earn money for a bike if you work for drug dealers. Rivers found Mouse and ordered him to get into the car. The kid can't skip work. Yeah, he's not getting paid enough these days, but he can buy himself a bike. He'll gain experience and be able to get a job right after school. Blacks rebuilt one cool bike, and now he needs to return it to the client. Mouse has earned his trust. That's why the man asked the schoolboy to deliver the motorcycle to the address and tricks, of course. The kid wanted to show off in front of his friends. "What is this?" "This is what happens when you listen to Blacks." Then Mouse drove up to Nika's house and offered to give her a ride. The young man decided that it was time for them to exchange spit. Not now. Derek approached Mouse and asked him to ride his bike to the corner and back. The boy reluctantly agreed. After all, this guy introduced himself as his brother's friend. However, Derek said that he couldn't speed here, so he would ride to the end of the block. Another minute passed, and Mouse realized that he had screwed up big time. What the hell were you thinking? Svertigout knows this Derek. He takes bikes apart for parts. So Mouse was in deep trouble. His friends came to Derek's garage to kick his ass and take his bike. Only the bike was gone. The thief told the guys to get out. Lamont started to snap. And then Derek put a gun to his head. School children are easy to pressure, of course. But then a gang of night owls drove into his workshop. Blacks just scared the thief, although Jamal and the others thought he needed to be taught a more serious lesson. Suddenly, Lamont grabbed a brick and slammed it into Derek's head, and then continued kicking him with all his might. Apparently, the schoolboy was going to beat him to death, but Jamal still stopped Lamont. Blacks lectured the guilty boy. Now he will only trust him with a mop, and he will not let him near bikes anymore. Meanwhile, Fatso wants to hook up with two girls at the same time. You already have a left and a right. You always make fun of me. I only use my right. Jamal appreciated Lamont's cheeky character and offered him to earn some money. Mouse heard his mother crying in the kitchen. She found out that her son hadn't been to the vet for a month. Why did he quit his job? He loves animals so much. There were notices on the table. The woman doesn't have enough money to pay the bills. Blacks let the kid go back to fixing the bike. He learned his lesson. But now Mouse doesn't need the bike. He needs the money. So he decided to work for the Night Owls, despite Blacks' prohibition. If only that cop would leave him alone. Why the hell is he bothering him? I don't need you. I don't need anyone but me. Get away. The fat guy from the bundle got was also taken into the gang for numbers. The kids will get their orders from Jamal on a dating site. The cops won't catch them there. The boys will have only 20 minutes to get to the right point. They will put the received package in a bag and bring it to another address. There they will be given another bag, which they will need to bring to Jamal. Then they will finally get paid for the work. In addition, each courier received a bike. So, you could say, the school children's dream came true. Mouse stopped answering Nikki's calls so as not to be distracted from the criminal craft. And now other girls hang out with him. So he no longer needs Nikki's company. Listen, I know it's not easy, but if you want to go to the movies, let's go. Shut up. At home, Mom found Mouse's stash. Where did he get that much money? The woman had already lost one son when he got involved with a street gang. She couldn't take it a second time, so she just kicked Mouse out of the house. Rivers went to Black's garage in the middle of the night to talk to him about Mouse. He's a good kid who fell in with a bad crowd. His brother was the same way, and he was killed in a police raid. Strong was doing almost a kilo of drugs that night. But Blacks apparently thinks it's better to be a drug dealer than a cop. Honestly, you're not Black anymore. You're a cop. You're a slut that a fat guy named Swertigout took in a homeless man. Mouse said he didn't want to ride other people's bikes. They needed to earn money for their own. The boys are waiting. The men are coming and taking. I'm trying to take. Lamont suggested robbing the store where they always bought candy. For this, they need a gun. The school children asked the elders for a gun, and Jamal allowed them to give them one gun for all. Blacks asked Jamal to leave Mouse alone, but he doesn't care about authority. After all, he himself made a criminal out of Jamal. Blacks decided to personally set the kid straight. However, Mouse started talking about the dog instead. Something is wrong with it. The boy brought the animal to the veterinary clinic. An operation is needed, but the dog is very old, and most likely will not survive her. Humanity will simply put the animal to sleep, and Blacks wanted Mouse to do it. Afterwards, the authority admitted that he sent Strawn to do that job. He is to blame for the death of Mouse's brother. That is why Blacks decided to take the boy under his wing. Alas, this did not discourage the boy from crime. Quite the contrary. True, he hopes that he will not have to shoot during the robbery. Hearing this, the frostbitten Lamont took the gun from him. The boys put on balaclavas and rolled to the store. The owner, Mr. Kim, saw the robbers and immediately rushed to the phone. Swertigout and Mouse were about to run away, but Lamont shot at the ceiling. Misses. Kim returned fire. That was the end of the joke. Swertigout lay in a pool of blood, not moving. The other two school children ran out of the store and split up to confuse the police. Mouse came to Blacks and told him that his fat friend had just been killed. Blacks told the kid that people like him don't get a second chance very often. So Mouse had to promise to do better. The police arrived at the shop. While Mouse was washing the blood off himself, Blacks raised his hands to surrender. The man claimed that he had just robbed the store. River knew the truth, but he still played along with the former gangster. He handcuffed Blacks and sent him to jail. The policeman took the boy home. The news was about a robber who was shot, who was only 13 years old. Mouse's mother prayed to God that it was not her son, but then Mouse walked into the house, hugged her, and burst into tears. A year had passed since that day. Mouse returned to work at the clinic, and only now did he pluck up the courage to apologize to Nicky. Now he stays away from bad company, which cannot be said about Lamont. The boy is mired in crime, but hung with gold chains. Jamal sent him a message. Time to fulfill another order. Well, Mouse hurried home. After all, his mother and sister were waiting for him there.